Peace be with you. So I wanted to make this video to address a commonly held misconception that a lot of people or a lot of Muslims have in regards to saying the shahadah or the proclamation of faith on their deathbed. There is a hadith that says, whoever says there is no God but God, la ilaha illallah, on their deathbed as their last words, that paradise shall be guaranteed for them. So I wanted to read the Quran and see what the Quran says in regards to this matter, because that does just not sound right to me. So there are only a couple of verses in the Quran that address this topic. So the first one is in chapter 10, verses 90 through 92. So in it, it says, "And we made the children of Israel pass through the sea, and the Pharaoh pursued them for oppression and tyranny, until when the drowning overtook him, he said, I believe that there is no God but He in whom the children of Israel believe, and I am of those who submit." Actually, the word there is Muslim. He says, I am a Muslim. Then the verses go on and says, what now? And indeed you disobeyed before, and you were one of the corrupters. But today we shall deliver you with your body, that you may be a sign to those after you, and most surely the majority of people are heedless of our communications. So this gives a story of when the Moses and the Israelites are crossing the Red Sea, right? And the Pharaoh is pursuing them to catch. So basically they are slaves. These people are completely innocent, and a tyrant is pursuing them to re-enslave them again. So he is guilty. And now his death comes, right? So God is going to drown him, and he sees that, and now he says, La ilaha illallah. He doesn't say those words exactly, but he says, I believe that there is no God but He in whom the children of Israel believe. And children of Israel believe in God, or Allah in Arabic is the same entity. So he says that. He proclaims that, but we know through the rest of the Quran that this man is going to hell. Hell is his destiny, and there's nothing he can do about it. So, and he also says, I am a Muslim. So this, as a side note, I just wanted to say that this is before Prophet Muhammad. This is before Prophet Jesus. And this word Muslim is used by these characters who came far before the current religions. So the word Muslim in Arabic means to submit to God, a submitter to God, a person that obeys God. But obviously he wasn't one of those people, and God tells him, what now? Now you say you submit to God, and before that you were, you disobeyed, and you were a corrupter. So basically you did not obey God, and you're spreading evil throughout the earth. Now the words that you're saying they're not going to help you. That's what God tells him. And then interestingly, God tells us that that the Pharaoh's body is delivered as a reminder to those that come after him. And it's so strange that one of the most ancient relics we have is the Pharaoh's. It's just kind of strange, but that's besides the point. And then these verses say, and the majority of people are heedless of our communication. So he says the majority of people are not going to know about this, and even if they know about this, they're not going to believe it, because it's always easier to believe that, oh yeah, I can live however I want, I can live like the Pharaoh, but at the end, if I say there is no God but God, la ilaha illallah, the paradise is guaranteed for me, and that's how I'm going to enter. And sure, I guess I might be wrong, because nobody's ever 100% right, but it doesn't seem to me that I am. Because the Pharaoh said exactly those words, and he's not going to enter heaven. And I know he was a very evil man, but who are we to say? Because whoever does not submit to God, whoever does not obey God is an evil man. And that's just the way it is. You can think about yourself whatever you want. I can think about myself whatever I want. But if we do not obey God, we are evil. In any case, that's the story of the Pharaoh who says the shahadah on his deathbed, and it doesn't help him. So I understand there's a hadith that says that it does, but again, I wouldn't bank on it. The other verse I wanted to mention is the Surah Hypocrites, and this is the 63rd Surah of the Quran, 63rd chapter. And in it, it says, when the hypocrites come to you, they say, we bear witness that you are a messenger of God, and God knows that you are his messenger, and God bears witness that the hypocrites are most surely liars. So we know from the Quran that for the hypocrites, it is the lower stage of the fire, even lower than the Pharaoh, even lower than the disbelievers. And again, these people come to Prophet Muhammad and they say, Muhammadur Rasulullah, basically. I mean, they don't say those words, but they say, you are the messenger of God, which is Muhammadur Rasulullah, means that Muhammad is the messenger of God. So it doesn't help them. God bears witness that the hypocrites are most surely liars. So they are hypocrites. So even though they say the shahadah, it doesn't help them either. So I guess if you lived your whole life on a deserted island and you never got into contact with anyone that could have shared this knowledge with you, and then you say, you read the Quran, you hear about it, and then you bear witness to this, then I guess it might help you then. But if you grew up as a Muslim, if you were in contact with Muslims, if you actually had the opportunity to read the Quran or whatever, I wouldn't bank that this is going to help you, even though this is essentially official theology in mainstream Islam. It is false. It is blatantly false because the Quran says otherwise. So that's all I wanted to say. Look, their words do not have a meaning unless they're followed by action. The Quran is huda. The huda means guidance, and if it's a map, and if you don't follow that map, then you're not going to get anywhere. You're just not going to get anywhere. So you can recite the map all you want, but unless you're following it, you're just standing still in place, and that's it. And you're not going anywhere. You are going to not do well. So people can do what they want, but this is a clear warning. It is from the Quran. So I really suggest people need to kind of open their eyes and read the Quran a little bit more and try to follow it a little bit better. That's it.